Hello and welcome to episode 2 of our Hunger Challenge in Stationeers. Where we left everything yesterday, I believe we need to get some materials so we can produce some more things to finish our habitat here. So first things first, let's get our mining belt and get ready to go get some new materials. Now, one of the things I like to do while I'm mining is make sure my backpack is empty so that I can load my backpack with ores as well. Now we're getting a little short for storage space here, but that's okay. I can just drop some things on the ground. So let's empty out our backpack and head out and see about getting some copper, gold, and iron. First things first, I'm pretty sure I saw some reasonably close to the base. So here's some of our copper that we're definitely going to need to get that pipe bender and furnace up and running. And I think coal and iron will probably be required for the steel as well as the pipe bender. So let's just dig up some of this coal, or dig up some of this copper, and see if we can't get all of this vein. I'll turn the light back on, just so vision's a little better for YouTube. Oh, that's not all we had here, is it? No. Hope everyone's liking the videos. Please feel free to leave me some feedback below, and I'll be happy to take that into consideration for future episodes. I'm just not seeing more copper here, which is unfortunate. Let's not waste too much time. Just move on to a different location. Volatiles will be useful later once we need to make that steel. And we've got silver close for solder, but we won't need that for a while. There's some more copper. We're also going to need to make sure we reclaim some water for when we get to the point of actually growing some plants. I think 2 separate systems, one for water itself and the other for the atmosphere, is going to be the best, simplest way to put things together. I don't want to get too complicated. Spend a bunch of time designing a complicated system and you end up with something that doesn't work. My experience. We're just over a stack of copper now, which should get us a pretty good start. Maybe we should go and see about some iron or gold. It's going to be important as well. Some iron, just a little bit, poking its face out at us. So we'll have a dig down here and see if we can't find any more. Don't seem to be having any luck today finding a good vein of minerals, which is unfortunate. But again, if you'd rather me cut this out of the video, just let me know in the comments below, and we can go from there. Really not seeing much in the way of close gold. There's more iron. Let's see how much is down here. It looks like a bigger vein at least. This is a good stretch of iron by the looks of it. That's good. That should give us enough to build our furnace and maybe even make a first batch of steel. I like to do my steel in really big batches just because the effort of going to get volatiles and oxides to mix in the furnace is it's always easier done in large batches, I think. Then you don't have to make it as often. Steel tends to go pretty quickly when you start to build a reasonably sized habitat. 3 stacks of iron and 1 stack of coal is usually what I'll use to make 200 steel. So with another 2 stacks of iron, I think we'll be in a really good situation for some starting materials. Like I said before, I like to fill my inventory, switch hands, and then just jump some of this stuff into my backpack. Just to make the trip really worth it. Again, like I said in the first episode, the inventory management's a little difficult, but the more you use it, the more natural it starts to feel. We're lucky we found some copper here as well, which hopefully we can get that second stack filled up as well. Good. More copper is always good. I find wire is one of the biggest uses, especially when you get to the point of starting to try and move things indoors of a base. Wiring requirements become really high. No more copper here, I don't think. Maybe just a stack of gold would be really nice. Let's see if we can find anything. More iron. It looks like copper in the distance. Nice big crater that I've slipped into. It's always fun. Good old jetpack. To the rescue. Volatiles. Potentially the first volatiles, more likely. With me walking in a big circle. Let's try the other side of the base over here. I don't want to venture too far in one direction or I'll never find my way back. There is a beacon we can set up, but again, that just takes some of the space. Here's some coal. That will be good for our first run of steel. I'm going to need at least a stack for the 3-to-1 ratio. Get 200 pieces of steel in our first run. Might be some ice below us or some silicone. Either way, I really don't want it right now, so I'm going to try to avoid digging that up. And hopefully there's enough here we get our whole stack. Some more this way. There's our stack of coal. So we'll just expose a little bit of this so I know there's more here for a later date. And all that's left is some gold, which hopefully we can find reasonably soon and get back to making something. Looks like it might be volatile, so yeah. More copper and some oxides, and here's our gold finally. Gold has got to take the most time to mine, I think, out of most of the common elements or minerals you're getting. But I think a stack is all we need, so that should be fine. Almost there now, so. Go. That should get us what we need there. Still a piece I can see sticking up, so I can come back later. Let's head back to the base. So first thing I like to do is find a little low spot like this, and that just lets me drop all this stuff out of my belt, which is handy, so we can put our belt back on and not have to worry about having to switch back and forth to get to everything we've just mined. First things first, let's get something going in the arc furnace. I powered the wrong side. I knew there was something wrong with that. So let's go get our tool belt, wherever I put it. Sort that out. too close. Of course it is. Need good planning for sure to make this not an issue, but we'll get it sorted out either way. Three-way junction here, and a straight piece back in here. There we go. That should work now. Much better. Our battery's still at medium charge, so that's okay. Put this away. I think we'll start with the furnace. Where are you here? There we go. So we're going to need some iron and copper for that. We can run a copper next, no problem. Iron tends to run through pretty quick. Gold takes the longest again.
Power low.
And there's our battery. Or how far we are till the sun rises. Without automating the solar panel, we're gonna get less than optimal charging. And that's finished, so we can switch that out. Pop this in here and get our copper going. Once we've got our furnace up and some walls, we can get our glass set and maybe even try and get some atmosphere going in here with some oxides. Have to power up the doors, but that's not a big deal. Probably a good idea to keep this in our backpack, just in case we do fall down another hole and need to repair our suit. And I'm just going to stop this so we get some copper, because I know this furnace takes some time. So let's get that building, start you up again, and we can shut our light off because the sun is coming up. I think as far as the enclosure is concerned, we could potentially push it a little bigger, but for now I think I'm going to keep it this size, just again so we don't have to harvest too much oxide to get some initial atmosphere set up. Start this again. And let's see, how long does this take? It's about halfway there now. So I think what I'll do is I can cut the episode here. I'll let that finish. I'll get some of this ore processed so we can move forward in the next episode with closing in the shelter and maybe moving towards some atmosphere. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Please like and subscribe if you did, and feel free to leave me some comments below if you have any feedback. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.